Hello. Right, today's vlog is coming to you from Costa del Council Estate. Right, so it's going to be a lot of noises in the background because it's a bit windy. Oh shit, that's going to fall over. Hopefully the wind will be in our favour. Right, so what I want to talk about today, you probably can't hear me, can you? Do I need to move a bit closer? So I heard something recently from the spiritual community. Now I'm always a bit careful with the spiritual community, right? Because there's always someone who knows more than you, who thinks they know more than you, who thinks they're better than you, who's superior when we're all equal, right? So I've been in a few, I was in a cult once, and it's like an Indian cult. It's really cool actually, but I sort of lost myself in it, if you know what I mean. This wasn't in India. This was here when I come back. Well, I won't tell you what it was. It was years ago. It's a long time ago. In my 20s. God, it's really windy in here. I'm going to have to do the Terry Wogan comb over because my hair ain't going to work with this. Okay, so what I want to do is talk about something that I heard recently in the spiritual community, and it's called false light. False light. Fake light. So you've got these people who think they're more spiritual than others, right? Aren't we all evolving in our own way? You know, doesn't your soul come here and evolve in its own personal way? How can you judge somebody with how spiritual they are? You can't. You just can't. And they're sort of saying this false light, whatever they're referring to. And that wind's coming up in it. Every time I say that word, it comes up. It's almost like, well, basically, right, if you say somebody is false light, no, there it goes, right, I knew that was going to happen. You're basically saying they're the dark side. Now, there is the dark side, right? But the fact that, there are some people going around trying their best, like, for an example, say you're a spiritual healer and you're going around healing people, helping them. I used to do that. I don't do it anymore because I got ill myself. And then you have to have a day job, right? And your day job isn't, could treat people in not a bad way. I can't really say, like, it's like you just can't judge people on how light they are, like how conscious they are. Obviously you can. I've been to India and I've seen proper gurus, and they actually they're not even of this realm. They walk in a different realm, and they are in the light, like they are light beings. Like they wear white and they levitate. I've seen gurus levitate when I was at the Yoga Institute in Mumbai, and like I would say they're light. But when you're here in this third dimensional world, although I'm not really sure what dimension we're in at the moment, 'cause everything feels a bit unreal at the moment. When you're here in this world, it's really hard because you have to survive and you have to deal with human stuff that is not always pleasant. And the fact that people from the spiritual community are going around accusing some people of being fakes. Now, I think to judge someone in the first place on how much light they have in their being, in their body, in their consciousness, in their mind, body, spirit, is really judgmental. Like, the only person who has a right to judge is Source, the creator. I don't know why we always point up there. We always point up there, don't we, where it's omnipotent, omnipresent, it's everywhere. So I always think you have to look at what people say, and I always think, oh my God, they're projecting something within themselves. So like, if they're going around saying someone else's fake light or false light, then they probably are, because it's got to be in you to be able to see it in somebody else. I just think it's quite unfair to go around using that terminology to put people in a certain category. I mean, what are you going to do? Get a pie chart out? You're going to get a graph out and go, oh, okay, I'm just going to measure you and see how much light you have in your being. I mean, who the hell would do that? That's what the bloody Nazis did, didn't they? They measured people's heads and stuff. I've got a pea head. Anyway, but like, I just think the spiritual community, like, that's why I come out of it. I used to teach yoga in Nuki, and when I come back from India and I was teaching, I taught a completely different style to everybody else, because I didn't want to copy anyone. I taught classical yoga, and it wasn't about, obviously it's about your body, but like, a lot of people in Nuki taught, you know, sort of physical style yoga, I can't remember now, it's so long since I've done it. Ashtanga, I think it was, and it was all based on, you know, the physical body, where I taught people how to heal themselves, you know, and use their energy, their chi, their prana to heal their own body. I taught pranayama, you know, really went into it. I taught classical yoga, and I remember someone went to me, and it was actually a so-called spiritual person, right, went to me, you're stealing my clients. And I wasn't stealing her clients, because her clients went to her because she'd done physical, I mean, their bodies were amazing, they were surfers. That's what they used yoga for, it's because they were surfers. And she accused me of stealing her clients. I didn't steal her clients, they still went to her, but they come to me for the healing aspect, the deeper aspects that I was teaching. And that sort of put me off after that. And then people would sue you for anything, like, you know, an injury, like the way I was sitting earlier in the lotus pose. If like someone did that and they hurt their knee, they would sue me. So I just gave up in the end. And it was because also there's that whole hierarchy in the spiritual field, you know. And I just thought, this is pathetic. I don't want to teach anymore. And then I got ill and I stopped teaching. But as far as this light goes, that certain people carry, yeah, there is darkness going around. But the fact that there's people in the spiritual community judging you, like, so say you go to their, whatever they do, I don't know, these people, their meetings or their classes, as the moment you walk in, they're going to be judging you on the amount of light you've got in your being, in your body, in your energy field. That is, like, I wouldn't want to walk into a space like that. I'd want to walk into a space where I can feel safe and free. And I just think, yeah, judge and you'll be judged. I just don't think it's right that people in that community are going round judging others for that kind of thing. It's just mad. I never go around thinking, oh, look, okay, I can spot it. I can spot it. I can spot someone who's got darkness in them. But we all have to this is quite a deep conversation. We all have to a certain extent, haven't we? We have to, because we're living in this third dimension, although it don't feel like it. Like what I said earlier, it's like something else now, isn't it? This reality. So, you know, you obviously have to learn how to survive, not in a bad way. I'm going to be doing my next one. I think I'm going to be talking about being nice and good. In this world, you can be a nice person, both, or a good person and not nice. And there are a lot of them about. Sometimes you don't have to be nice because you get walked over. Anyway, I'm going to talk about that soon. But I'm just saying, I just think that judge and you'll be judged. Judged. I can't even speak. It's a bit hot in it. I do love this heat. Absolutely adore it. I'm thriving in this heat. Some people hate it. It's proper Betty Swallocks in it. I love it. But yeah, it just makes me really sad that people are judging other people when they shouldn't be judging other people, especially in that community where it's supposed to be a safe space. And even if someone did walk into whatever they do with false light, oh, it just makes me laugh. I mean, how do you measure someone like that? Do you get a graph out? And who is the person that decides? You know, like, obviously if someone's really dark, like, you know, bad, they're not going to be there anyway, are they? People go to spiritual things to try and become healed and better people. I don't want to walk into these so-called safe spaces being called false light. Sorry, it just makes me laugh. I just think, what next? Do you know what I mean? What next in these communities? And do you know what? I'm glad I just walk my own walk and I do my own thing and make up my own mind with everything, because it's just, yeah, I couldn't be dealing with all that politics of judging people with a pie chart, whether they've got false light. I mean, what next? Anyway, that's me today. That's my vlog, and it's a bit spiritual. It's bloody lovely, isn't it, though, this weather? I'm on Costa del Council Estate, signing off. Walk in the real light, keep it real. It's just funny, isn't it? It's like, who actually judges who's real and false? I think you all know anyway, but yeah, I just think, what next in this world? Anyway, have a good day, whatever you do, and enjoy this false light. That's another story. Lots of love. Bye. Good God. What next? Really, what next?